So, as you know, I like to observe everything in life because through observation, we can see what's actually happening. We're not emotionally involved in it. It's not an intellectual process, it becomes an intuitive process. And a lot of our life right now has become counterintuitive because things like data are taking over. So, from doctors to AI companies to Google search, everybody is using data to understand our behavior so they can sell us something. So, every company in the world just sees every other human being as data. And it's a really strange phenomenon happening because we're just becoming numbers to everybody. So they can understand our behavior and then they can say, this person likes this, they do that, and here's what we're going to put in front of them. So they watch this, so they consume this. And it's a strange thing to just become a number. And then what's happening is all the AI companies, Meta and Google and all these guys, are now using up so much energy of the world, so much coal, so much hydroelectric power, so much electricity that wherever it comes from, geothermal or solar, it's coming off the grid. So we're burning more and more of our energy, resources, things we need for our existence, and we're spending it and using it for things that are not anything to do with our existence. They're just to do with business and selling and all these other things, entertainment, comfort. So we're in a very precarious place in the world because commerce is there and it's a big part of our life, right? Finance is there, but none of it is pertinent to our existence. So we need water, we need food, we need clean air, we need all these different things, shelter for our existence. And none of that has anything to do with data. And now data has taken over everything that's within our existence, using up all the world's power and resources, and it has nothing to do with us breathing, eating, or any of those things. So we're in a very precarious situation where our habits are feeding everything, and that feeding is using up all the resources of the world. So it's something to think about because when we're speaking about ecology, when we're speaking about um, our existence, our peace, our life in general, what is it that's important to us? And that's something that we have to think about because if we just go through life without higher consciousness, we're just going to be puppets and pawns in this world without a say in what's happening. And that's part of people's frustration today is they don't feel like they're part of the conversation or decision making. They're just data. And if you want to be part of the conversation, you're going to have to become more conscious and rise in consciousness. You can't be the person who just says, life is happening to me. This is just the way it is. This is the way it's always been. Then you just resign yourself to everything's just happening to me. I just go to work, I just make money, just pay my bills, and whatever else I'm doing in between, having kids, buying a house if I can, or driving a car, etc., etc. Um, that's when you have no say in life. And you may vote for a president and a few things, but everything else is out of your control. But if you want to have a say and have a seat at the table, then your consciousness needs to rise. You need to be elevating yourself in consciousness. And how do you do that? You do that by elevating your thought process and start to operate out of this area and not so much this area. So this area is cerebral, it's decision making. But if our decision making is not coming from this area with empathy, sympathy, love, care, unity, then it's just going to be me, separate. And then you're just going to be data. That's all you're going to be in the world. So to make a conscious decision means to do spiritual practice. That means in the morning, nighttime, you dedicate some time to going within, meditating, chanting, doing yoga practice and all those things. So you can sit in peace. And in that peace, you can start to shape and form what you think. Because what you think and what I think about myself and the world shapes my reality. And that reality becomes who I am and how I live. So start to go within, start to spend some time on what is my reality and how do I change it. And that way you'll start to become more and more and more conscious. And then you'll start to live simply. The algorithm will start to see that you've changed. The ads that come in front of you, the things that you're shown on social media will change. All of those things will change because you shifted. If you just wait for things to shift, they're not going to. They're just going to follow whatever you're thinking because that's what you're projecting to the world. That's what I'm projecting. So I sit for long hours in the morning and at night, and that makes me more conscious. And as a consumer, I only take in a certain amount. So my algorithm and what I'm offered online becomes very tailored to how I'm thinking. And then I'm being shown the things I want to be shown and the things that help me to elevate. Of course, there's going to be things that come in and out that try to distract me. And those are just there to reiterate what my belief is. Distractions are okay. They come there to show you focus more, concentrate more on what you really want. Because here I'm distracting you or trying to distract you with something that you don't want. So see it that way. That way you'll keep focusing and thinking about only the things that are important to you. And that way you'll move forward in all the things that you want and not on the things you don't want.